Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back. It's good to see you. You see the screen. MaticStaker, boy. I invested in this thing a week ago, which was I think was like the 3 week mark. And I'm thinking, no problem. The balance is holding up like crazy. It was still like 7 and 4, like 7,000 in the total stake amount up here. And the contract balance was like 7 million up here. And down here was like 4 million. And I'm like, that's good. We're more than 1.5 to 1. I'm rocking with that. But it's still starting, the gap's starting to spread. So you're like, hey, but what the heck, I'm gonna try it anyway. Worst case scenario is I played the 14-day open savings so that I could take some out. I did a 14-day lock. I honestly thought those two would go through. And I did the 28-day just for kicks. And I knew that wouldn't go. I didn't expect that to go through. It'd have been a heck of a happy day if it did. But what I found out is when I watched StableOne go down, StableOne disabled deposits. So they didn't have to go down as fast. They made it go down because they were having a problem. They wanted to put out version 2. So they disabled deposits. And the biggest day that they dropped in StableOne was from 1.8 million to 1.2 million. It dropped 600,000 Matic in one day. So when I'm looking at what is this, MaticStaker, I'm thinking $4 million. It would have to do that $600,000 a day, 7 days out of 2 weeks. No chance that's going to happen before I get my 14 days. Boom! It didn't even last 1 week after that. It went to zero. And I remember looking at this. When was it? I looked at this like 2 days ago, or a day and a half ago, or maybe a little more than 1 day ago. And the balance, it got under 1 million. And now I'm all eyes on it. I'm just staring at that contract balance nonstop. Like, what is happening with my money? And I did something. Maybe shower, maybe went to get food. Can't remember. And I came back, and the balance was 130,000 Matic in the whole contract. It was 4 million like 5 days ago. So I immediately popped on, and I got my little 30 whatever I had in this open account. I think there was like 35. I could take out 30, something like that. So I just jerked those out. And I don't know what happened. Maybe by the morning, I just checked again. I said it'll probably at least last through the midday. I looked back and there was zero. I don't know if it matters, but what I want to be able to do is show you guys, and I'm going to put my wallet address in just to see. Oh, this was the withdrawal from it. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't show you how many withdrawals. So that's the withdrawal I took out at the last minute. And when I checked back, there was nothing to take out. And that's this one when I checked back. So it was crazy. I think the 40, yeah, see, 6 days ago. 6 days ago, I did 40 and I was able to get out 32 there. Like, that's crazy. It went out in 5 days from 4 million Matic in it. Okay, so here's what I want to do. I want to show you the way I'm looking at the numbers now. StableOne. This one's stable-ish. I'm going to use it for an example. This is V2 now, so this is one that's still up and working. What you want to do is scroll down to the contracts, and you see total invested, 1.8 million Matic. Okay? Contract balance, 5.5, working its way up to 600,000. 600 from 1.8. That's a third. That's a third of how much people put in is still left in the balance. Okay, that's one that you have to watch out for. I'm looking to start taking some profit and start pulling more than you're putting in. And if you go to look at the contract, you can just click at that link and hit the transactions button, and it just tells you right now what you're looking at. You have some reinvest. That's good. You have a lot of withdrawals. You have some reinvest. That's good, but there's a lot of withdrawals. There's even at a regular invest. Where's my, there it goes, that one. That's good. I mean, they only put 10 in there, but at least somebody's putting something. There's a 50 in there. This one's not all withdrawals. The balance is going down. That's one to look at. Okay, this is the one. Of course, MaticStaker is 0 now. You can see the contract balance is 0. And this is what it looks like when you go out to the Polyscan. Again, you go out to the contract, you hit the transactions, and look down. It's withdrawal, 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 withdrawal. It's all withdrawals. Everybody, nobody's getting anything. I don't know what they think they're withdrawing when there's 0 in the contract. And I think that, who knows what that even is. I don't think they had enough gas to withdraw nothing. So I don't know what they tried to do, but that's a bad, obviously you can't do anything with that. Now, earlier I looked at that, and this contract's been 0 for almost the whole day, and I saw an invest for like 10 and one for 20. And I think what that is these people are coming out with this tricks token, and they're airdropping people who did the lock plans, any of these 3 lock plans. So I bet you people are putting it in one of these lock plans just so that it's tied up for long enough to hit the snapshot, and then they will drop the tricks tokens if they still come out. So I understand that. That's why when I had the 10 in the long term, it doesn't matter if I lost a little bit. If the tricks token come out, then I get a little airdrop to try the next thing, and I get an early bird start on that. So big deal. That's a bad one. StableOne is a middle ground one. And then my favorite right now, this is the one I like the best, and there's one more I'm looking at, and once I look at it and see how I like it, then I may do a little expose on that one. But it's all going to be the same thing. There's maybe 1-2 differences besides the interface, the user interface, in all of these packages. They're just basically set up for you to lose, and then occasionally, if you play it safe and don't get greedy, you can get a couple Matic out the deal. But you got to play quick. You got to be one of the early ones in and one of the early ones out. And once you get your money out, then you can have fun and start going for the gusto. But I would even still play it safe, because these things are not lasting. They're not even guaranteeing a month now. So it's tough. It's a tough run. But MultiMatic is going multi-platform. It's pretty awesome. This is the one I'm going to be doing. It's up to 1.5 million Matic. That's cool. 1 1/3 still in the contract. This is great. You know why? Because they only have locked packages, and the smallest one is 14 days. This has not been open 14 days already. So that's why that contract's going to be like that. It'll probably drop substantially after 14 days, but with no daily pullouts, man, until you get down to the snooze factor. But with no daily pullouts, I'm not too sure this contract is going to go away fast. This looks like a safe one. The returns aren't magnanimous, you know, for 2 weeks. You'll end up with almost 1.4 return. Like you get 1,400 for 1,000. That's not bad. That's a really good return. 21 days, that seems to be a lot different for just 7 more days. That's a pretty good return. That's triple your money. And then, so you go from 1.5 to triple down to basically 7.5 your money for 28 days. Tricky game, but I don't know if this one can last 28 days. I think it can. I don't know why. Just because there's no way to pull money out on the daily. You're only going to have a 14-day hit, a 21-day hit, and a 28-day hit. So this seems like a pretty safe one. I'm going to stay with this. And when you look at this contract, just to show you what a good contract is still growing looks like. This the contract button. Let's refresh. It was 1333, 1334. See, they're still putting money in. The balance is good. And when you look, let's get back to the transactions. When you look at the method, there's a couple withdrawals. I don't know what they're even withdrawing, but invest, little withdrawals, invest. And when they're investing, they're putting in 200 Matic, 100 Matic, 500 Matic, 130. Like they're putting this is a low number project. That's another reason I think it's going to last. There's no 10,000 Matic deposits there. That's something you have to watch out for, the whales. So that's it. I just wanted to explain what I like to look at. Look at the contract, guys, when you're picking these things. It's easy to click the contract on any of these, the button here, on any of these packages you look at. Contract. All of them, even StableOne contract. Hit them and find out what the balance is of the contract. It's nice to know how much went into the investment as well, the total invested, and compare those two numbers. You want them to be fairly close. If they're starting to be 2 to 1 or 3 to 1, then you got to say, hey, it looks like people are about to drown out of there. And if you have a way to withdraw some of your money on a daily plan, or if you're getting close to your plan, start pulling yourself out of there and play safe. This game's going to eat you up, but it's fun. It's fun when the market is as slow as it is. This stuff is getting more fun the more it goes. And I'm leaving my referral in the description for MultiMatic, because I think I'm going to be playing MultiMatic for a while. They're going to be multi-platform. They're going to do other ones. The only thing I do on BNB is drip. That's my king. I'm not messing with anything BNB. Anything that's on that side goes into drip, as far as I'm concerned. But Polygon, to me, is the one I play with. And actually, I think Polygon is going to grow a lot. When this year finally comes around, I think Polygon is going to boom. So it's nice to build your stack up in here. And I contend it's dangerous. You can lose a lot of money, but it's fun to play with, even if you're playing with little Matics at a time, 5, 10 here. Why not have some fun, try to make some more? Guys, enjoy your night. Thanks for checking me out, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a good one.